Why is this setup giving welcome to my office? Hi everyone, my name is Alex. Today's video looks so much different. I wanted to do something very special for this video, so I have a set, my kitchen. You all have been asking me to create a list and a ranking system for all of the Korean sunscreens that I have tried. I'm pretty sure that I have not missed any with this list. I was going through all my videos last night and trying to save images, and I have a tier list set up here that we're going to use to distinguish which ones are my favorites, which ones I'm okay about, and then the ones that I just really did not like whatsoever. This ranking has no real science behind it. There's an S, an A, a B, a C, and a D tier. Not exactly sure how we're gonna go about this. I'm just kind of going off of how I feel in this moment, and this is also my current ranking system for them. These are randomized, so I'm just gonna give you my honest opinion as I come up with it. What I realized when I was going through this video and putting together what I want to do in my head was it is something that's gonna be very difficult to rank these because I love a lot of the Korean sunscreens that I've tried. I'm mainly gonna rank it based off how much I use it, how likely I am to repurchase it, and also what it's done for my skin overall. So let's go ahead and dive into this. I'm very excited to rank these sunscreens. Obviously, I have reviews to all of them in the description. I will create a playlist for all of that so you can easily go and watch them. I think I have reviews to most of these, maybe like one or two I just tried personally. But let's go ahead and start off with the first one on the list, which is the COSRX Aloe Sunscreen. This product was okay. I tried it a long time ago, and I think that this one is one of the ones I don't have a review to, but I did try this on my own. I think I tried the tone-up version of this, and I wasn't the biggest fan of it. This version is all white. Not sure that it is a very universal option, so that will hurt the ranking a little bit. For me personally though, I did enjoy this sunscreen. It was a very soothing, calming, kind of neutral sunscreen to me. I'm kind of just neutral about it, so I'm gonna go ahead and place this in the B tier. This is gonna be difficult, and I'm very indecisive, so we may be moving this around as we go, but this was a solid option. As for repurchasing, it was just a little bit heavy with a white cast. Nothing too bad, but I mean, pretty solid. So I'm gonna put it in the middle here. It's kind of a safe option to start with. Next, the Dear Claire sunscreen that I honestly forgot about, and there's no good reason for me to forget about it because I really enjoyed it. This was, from what I remember, one of the more expensive sunscreens that I have tried. It was also one of the first Korean chemical sunscreens that I tried, which, wow, the fact that I used to not use a lot of Korean skincare is crazy to me. It was more on the expensive side. That is what I remember. It was a very good sunscreen. I remember it being extremely lightweight. It left a dewy finish that I quite enjoyed. Gosh, I'm trying to refresh myself. I haven't repurchased this product since then, but I don't repurchase a lot of skincare because, as you can imagine, I try so much. I'm feeling A tier because this is a really solid sunscreen. It is a little bit more on the expensive side, but I am feeling A tier with it, so that's where we're gonna put it for now. Next, this is actually the Purito sunscreen that I have tried. Recently gone through a rebrand. Purito is working on rebranding all of their products, but this is their Daily Soft Touch sunscreen. I did review this and I tried it. It was more of a matte finish from what I remember. It dried down matte. It was a little bit more dewy at first. This product is also very solid. I knew this would happen. Honestly, with this one, since it was a soft touch matte finish, I am not the biggest fan of a matte finish sunscreen. I feel like the sunscreen was mainly designed for oilier skin types. It was kind of like the COSRX for me. Solid option, decent, kind of neutral on it. I could take it or leave it because it was a great Korean sunscreen. I do have a few that I like better, but still great option for oily skin. Left a more matte finish, and that is what I feel like is the standout point of it. I love this sunscreen. I love the Isntree new onion fluid sunscreen. This is a newer launch that I tried recently. I'm just trying to decide if it's S tier or A tier because honestly, could go either way for me. This sunscreen I like mostly because, first of all, it's very lightweight. Currently the summertime right now, and I really love this product for my acne prone skin. Honestly, if you do have acne prone skin, I feel like this is one of the best options. You're getting that SPF 50 level concentration protection. It's S tier. I mean, this is top tier for me. That is, it's a product I'm still using actually. I have some more left over. Ooh. Then I Met You sunscreen. I was not a hater of it when I tried it, because when you try it solely, and if you enjoy American chemical-based sunscreens, then it's fine. Then I Met You is technically a Korean skincare brand, but they use American filters in this product. And for that reason, it's gonna hurt its ranking just because I am a bigger fan of the innovative filters. So when putting it on this list, I'm definitely going to put it in C tier because it was okay. It left a pretty thick, heavy, hydrated finish on the skin. Wasn't terribly greasy from what I remember. Had great supporting ingredients, but it was just a product that it's just not my favorite out of this lineup. I feel like all the other products use more innovative filters. D tier we're saving for the ones that I'm just shunning completely. This is not a product I would shun if it was in front of me. Would I repurchase it? Not really. Round Lab. I could kick my little feet talking about Round Lab. I have talked so much about this. You all know how much I love this sunscreen. This is the sunscreen for me, and let me tell you why. The birch juice in this product, along with the other combined ingredients, has actually treated my acne-prone skin. You all ask me all the time how I have corrected my acne. There's not one answer for it, and I am still struggling with it. If you are acne-prone, you know that there is not one thing that corrects it. The Round Lab sunscreen has been an SPF that has really worked amazing to correct my acne, to help moisturize the skin because I prefer a really moisturizing texture. This one is going to beat out the Isntree Onion Fresh sun cream that I did recently try, but both of those go hand in hand. The Isntree is one I gravitate towards more in the summer. The Round Lab is the perfect year-round sunscreen for me. It all depends on how my skin's feeling that day. Some days I'm a little bit more dry and I want to go for the Round Lab. Ooh. Cosrx Vitamin E sunscreen. I think this one also used American chemical filters, and I was not, I didn't like it. It was very thick, it was very heavy on the skin. I feel like it would leave more of a white cast. This is going in C tier because it's another product that I wouldn't necessarily shun if it was in front of me, but it just wasn't my favorite. I do prefer the Aloe Sun Cream over this one. If you're gonna struggle with a white cast from the Aloe sunscreen, then definitely do not try out this product because it seemed to be a little bit thicker and heavier. Misha Waterproof Sunscreen D. No. Fragrance, alcohol, essential oils, and acne. Beauty of Joseon Relief Sun. This is their lighter weight ginseng sunscreen. Not that I wasn't a big fan of this. I remember it did have alcohol and it was a little bit more lightweight and relatively drying compared to the other Beauty of Joseon. And for that reason, I think I'm gonna put it in the B tier. It is a relatively good option. I like it. It was not my favorite. It did seem to cause just a little bit of a sensitivity, and if you are sensitive to alcohol, I'm just kind of neutral about it. I do feel like it was a great reapplication sunscreen, and if you're not a fan of the original Beauty of Joseon sunscreen, try this one because it was very lightweight. I'm just a moisture person. I love a rich, creamy sunscreen, and that is why I preferred the other sunscreen, which we'll talk about later. Isntree Hyaluronic Acid Gel. This is the SPF 50 concentration. I remember I didn't put the 30 in here just because I use American chemical sunscreens. I was not a fan. The 50, that is superior in my opinion. And now, do I put it in S or do I put it in A? I have to say, when it comes to reapplication, I feel like this sunscreen was very lightweight. I need to revisit this product because I think this was one of the oldest sunscreens on this list from how recent I've tried the others. So with this one, ooh, I would put it in S tier, no question, because it didn't cause acne. It had amazing ingredients in it. But then I look at the other sunscreens in the S tier. I honestly think that this is gonna go at the top. Let's put it at S tier. That's where it feels right. This is super solid. Like, it's a super solid sunscreen. I would revisit it. Okay, I'm changing to the top of the A tier. It's very hard to distinguish these rankings, but I mean, there is a little bit of a gap because the Round Lab and the Isntree has really helped correct my acne. This one didn't do anything negative to my skin, but also it just was a great reapplication sunscreen. I didn't do sunsticks on this list just because I wanted to keep it as simple as possible. A unique sunscreen. I liked this one as well. It was very solid. I'm feeling B tier just because I haven't repurchased this product. It is a great simple centella sunscreen. I would rank it above the COSRX Aloe and the other sunscreens because I am more likely to use it. It is a very nice moisturizing sunscreen that just has a solid texture to it and amazing ingredients. So I mean, I'm putting it at the top of the B tier just because that's where it feels right, I think. Good All Heartleaf sunscreen. I really like this product. You all actually recommended I try it. It's right in line. I'm putting it at the bottom of the A tier, but it is honestly right in line with all three of those. I think the A tier is on an even playing field right now because I love the Good All sunscreen. Super lightweight, has a great texture to it. It's a product that I just found myself wanting to use, and I mean, it's very, very impressive. So here's the thing. The original Isntree Onion New Pear sunscreen I would have put towards the top of this list, but since they have released the Sun Fluid, it kind of bumped it down a little bit for me because it does use American-based filters. This is still a solid product. I think I'm gonna put it in the B tier because it does have a great ingredient list. It didn't clog my pores or cause acne, and it was a very minimal cast. I think I'm gonna put it right there just because that feels right. Jumiso sunscreen. I have a reason for why I am leaning towards putting this in S tier. One of the best for reapplication, and it was extremely lightweight as well. And it's fragrance free, has amazing ingredients in it, didn't personally clog my pores or cause acne. So I'm gonna put this at the bottom of the S tier because I feel like it was the best for reapplication. I laugh. I can't. Take a drink of water. Isntree Yammer Tone Up sunscreen. I don't think I knew what tone up sunscreen meant at the time of reviewing this. We all learn at different times. Pretty soon after I learned what it meant because it made me so cakey and was so pale on me. D tier. I would not touch this. I would not touch this product. And it's not because, well, it did clog my pores. It did cause acne. Never touching that product again. This is where it gets difficult. Anua Heartleaf sunscreen. You all have asked me to compare the Anua Heartleaf sunscreen to the Good All Heartleaf sunscreen, and those are just, it's like comparing two amazing things. It's like, I mean, when you view skincare like food, you like different foods for different reasons. I like both of these products and they both felt amazing. They were very lightweight. It's like comparing two very similar things that both worked well for my skin. And so, this has done great things for my skin. It's done great things for my acne. It has been a continuous sunscreen that I've used. Anua has sent me more of this product and I use it. Like I completely use it in my day-to-day routine. It's one of the most lightweight sunscreens that I have used. Great for reapplication. It's going in S tier. And I'm gonna put it above the Jumiso, but I mean, come on now, it's hard to compare these. And it's getting even more difficult because here we go. There's Beauty of Joseon. This one had rice. It had great soothing ingredients. It worked well for my skin. It did amazing things. I'm gonna put it at the top of A tier just because of my personal skin concerns. I am more acne prone, and not that the Beauty of Joseon didn't correct my acne. I feel like it did help with that, and it is a product I repurchased. But just, I feel like this would be more designed for people who struggle with anti-aging, who struggle with different skin concerns than I do. If you struggle with a lot of redness or sensitivity to other sunscreens, this had a great complex of ingredients in it. It was amazing. I mean, it's getting very difficult, but all the A tier I would use as well. The S tier are just remarkable sunscreens. The Beauty of Joseon is remarkable, but in a different way. I think for my personal skin concerns though, the S tier more aligns with those, while the A tier are just very impressive and amazing sunscreens that did the job, were effective. It's so hard to compare these. Next, the Tokobo Watery Sun Cream. So here is the thing that bumps it down a little bit. The product does have fragrance. not as universal for everybody to use. And I know I'm building this off of me and I'm personally able to tolerate fragrance, but it definitely was a deterrent in wanting to use this product again. I was a fan of it. I love the texture. I feel like it's one of the most lightweight sunscreens on this list. I do think I'm gonna put it at B tier because the fragrance did make it a little bit, it did deter me from using it. I will put it at the top though, because out of all of the B tier, no, I'm gonna put it behind the iUnique because out of all of the B tier, I liked it more. It's difficult to choose. It's a very lightweight sunscreen. I feel like it would be great if you are more oily and you're wanting something very lightweight for the summertime. Even though I can tolerate fragrance in skincare, I don't like tolerating fragrance in skincare. Innisfree mineral sunscreen, straight to the bottom. Absolutely not. This is the Purito, the daily go-to sunscreen. And honestly, I would rank it B, right above Cosrx, right above the other Purito sunscreen. This one did have a little bit more of a feel like I enjoyed. It was a moisturizing product. It's Purito's go-to sunscreen from their, whenever the whole sunscreen thing happened back, I don't even remember which year that was, but that was their revival of sunscreen, and I did enjoy it. It has titanium dioxide. That didn't prove to be an issue for me. I mean, it's a solid sunscreen. Some by me, Hyla V10 Airfit sunscreen. See, I don't like this product for multiple reasons. First of all, fragrance. Second of all, only American chemical filters. I don't feel like it is innovative. It had some great ingredients in it to support the skin when it came to acne, because it did have niacinamide, had a great complex of ingredients. I've seen a lot of people able to tolerate the fragrance from this brand, and so maybe it would be okay. Out of all of the sunscreens on this list though, I am gonna rank it a D tier. It's probably the best of the D tiers. Yeah, no, I was not a huge fan of this. I've talked about it before, but the fragrance and the American chemical filters were just not something that really stood out to me. It does have a great complex of ingredients. I will give it that. Manio, no, absolutely not. I did not like their panthenol calming. Is that what it's called? Whatever. It was American filters. Such a bad white cast. That was one of the worst white casts that I have ever seen. Well, actually no, the Innisfree was way worse. The bottom of the tier list belongs together. Those three at the end, those were white cast central. Those were so bad. This is where it gets very, 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 very difficult because I love all three of these sunscreens. N1004 Hyla Airy Fit sunscreen. Oh my God. I mean, this is another one that's great for reapplication because it's so lightweight. I want to say S tier. I'm gonna say S tier because it's a beautiful complex of ingredients. It has centella. It has, in my opinion, the best reapplication because it's super lightweight. It is more on the dewy side. The Jumiso is a little bit more lightweight. The Anua is very silky and leaves a satin-like finish. This one is a little bit more dewy, but I love that. I feel like it's right in line with what I look for in a sunscreen. The Haru Haru, oh God, I love this product too. I am gonna put it right up there with the Beauty of Joseon. I think that this is borderline A, S tier because it was one of the most lightweight, more matte finish sunscreens that I have tried. It does leave practically no finish on the skin whatsoever. It's a great option and it worked great for my skin. And then the Numbuzin. The Numbuzin sunscreen is the final pick. This is going S tier as well because it did do a lot to help my acne because of the licorice root in it. It is going below the Isntree just because when it comes to convenience, I have found that the Round Lab and the Isntree is easier to find. This product has fallen off the face of the market. I don't see it practically anywhere. I see it occasionally on Stylevana, but other than that, this is pretty much disappeared. If you all can track this product down for me, that would be wonderful. I want to recap where all these products are. So the Round Lab, the Isntree, and the Numbuzin are my favorite Korean sunscreens of all time. The Round Lab is just the one I continuously go back to. The Isntree is something I go for whenever I am just wanting a summer-like sunscreen, more oily. I feel like that would be a great option. The Numbuzin is just, it's very lightweight, it absorbs almost immediately, it's a clear sunscreen. It's just very difficult to find on the market, but still amazing things for my skin. The last three in S tier are amazing reapplications. The A tier I feel like is all on even playing field. They did amazing things for my skin. They are amazing products, but there is a little bit of a difference between S and A tier. Those are like neck and neck, very close, could be interchangeable. I feel like B tier, I mean, those are kind of on an even playing field. I was okay about all of those sunscreens. When you compare them to the ones that are S and A, they're a little bit lower than that. C tier, wouldn't go for them. Not that I hate them, but they're just not as innovative and they're just okay products. D tier, I really wouldn't touch. Like, I just don't, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan, and that's okay. Some products are just not made for me. This took so much brain power. I am going to have to go fall asleep after this. It's very difficult to compare all of these. I feel pretty good about this list so far. Let me know what your ranking is. If you, whether that be leaving a comment, I mean, I would love to see your ranking in the comments, but I would not dare ask anyone to go through the level of brain power that this just took to try to formulate this and try to organize where my opinion stands on these products currently, because this is just my current ranking of them. What I do want to know is what your favorite Korean sunscreen is, no matter if it's a Korean chemical filter, if you like a more mineral sunscreen from a Korean brand, or if you like an American chemical based sunscreen from a Korean brand. Let me know what you're loving right now, and let me know if your ranking fits up with mine. I mean, skincare is such a personalized experience, and sometimes it can just come down to what my personal needs are in skincare. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Let me know what else you want me to do. If you want to see more videos like this, or if you want to see different styles of videos, let me know. I will see you all in the next video.